some things. Like, I don't know if anyone's got anything off the top of their heads, or we can kind of spitball here.
I want to start with the one I actually told you this morning about,
Oh, yeah?
the bill collector analyzing app. So right now, I live with a roommate. You guys are roommates as well, so you're a good example right now. But so when an electricity bill comes in, who goes? It goes to you, yeah.
It goes to me. Yeah.
And then, so same thing happens to me. Like I get my electricity bill, and then I have to divide it, minus the discount, divide it to two, and ask Plane to pay me half of it. And then I gotta go to my Telstra bill, and then find the same thing, home internet, divide by two and minus the discount. So I had to do all of that work. It took me like 15 minutes to find all the bills because they're in the junk mail. But the bill analyzing app is, it actually, you give it access to all your email accounts, and it actually finds and tries to track down the emails and collects them all in one place. And it's like you can have graphs there of what's been your average spend in the last 12 months. Then you can add friends. We can take it to the next level. You can add friends. You can have a little community. You can see what your friend's house is paying for the last 12 months, what company they're with. So that's where you can start getting ads in, and like Origin Energy can do their ads, like, look, like half your friends are with us, like sort of thing. Or so that's what I brought up. Yeah.
Because these days a lot of those kind of things are automated, like Origin or whatever. They're sending out bills every month or so, like on this automated process.
Yeah.
So it's like everything's in place for us to have a system there that just puts it together and it manages it for you.
Yeah.
And you should just be able to then look at it and say, okay, here's the number that I have to deal with now.
Yeah.
So it's like we have all the data there. We just need the pipeline to make that go through and work with that.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was like. Something to analyze it, sort of thing. Like I almost forgot to minus the discount. I realized there was a discount on, and asked that from Blaine. So I almost asked him $60 more than he actually had to pay. That's the mistake I felt like.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing he doesn't even have a copy of it. I have to go to an email, send that copy to him. So there's not a wall I can put it to, because most of my bills come in email now. Go directly to junk mail. That's what the app is gonna fix.
Yeah.
My junk mail. That's what I'm looking for.
So there's definitely something within our sort of youth culture that says, oh, it's a bill, I want to deal with it as little as possible. Something I said to you was that Google has actually started doing that. Like I've started noticing that I'll get Google alerts while I'm just out and about, and it'll come up as a notification that'll say, phone bill due on this date, this amount. And sometimes it's really rudimentary. Sometimes it's actually wrong. So it's picking up the incorrect figure from the bill.
Right.
Generally, the analysis is pretty good because the bills are structured for that way. They're mostly made to be idiot-proof. I mean, we've worked in telecommunications. People have come in and gone, why is my bill this much? And we're like, you're pointing at a figure on page 3. Look at the main page. Look in the first box, and it tells you the amount. But there's some kind of analysis like that happening already to try and combat the fact that people don't check their emails enough. I mean, I know I've got about 4,000 unread emails. So having that kind of analysis would be cool. But what I was really interested in about this idea is that social element. So can you pin these up and put them up with your own username or with your own picture or whatever to share with your friends, compare pricing? Because you kind of want to pitch this to those companies, right? To the energy companies, to the phone companies. I think this would make them run like hell. This would get them really upset, because now what's happening is every month my bill is better than Thomas's bill because I've got company A and he's got company B. So he goes, well, I'm leaving company B, going to company A because I can see, it's demonstrated there. Or if we're on the same company and his bill is lower than mine, I go and complain to my guys, why is this bill lower? So I think it'd be really interesting trying to get that data and get that resolved, because these companies probably
won't help us scatter that data at all.
At all. They would find ways to like block this app. In theory, they would go the other way with that.
Yeah, right now, like if you wanted to do something like that, it's basically in the hardest way possible. Like you got to go to your neighbor, you'd have to ask them, hey, can I see your bill? And then you got to work out the usage and
the rates minus the discount.
Yeah.
Minus, like people people are private about their bills and stuff, which is weird. Like you shouldn't be about the electricity. We're in the same team. We're both getting used by the government. Let's try to fight against them.
Yeah.
How much do you pay?
And then you can also add in things like, okay, we've got a 4-person household and you've got a 3-person household. So who's being more cost effective? Like, does this make sense? And that can also tell you if you need to then change up your energy usage. I'm sure electricity companies charge everyone by the proper rate, but it'd also
Yep.
be good to know how much everyone is being charged.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there's something weird happening, if there's a mistake on your bill, like you got charged X more,
Yep.
there's no way to know at the moment.
Yeah.
You just kind of say, okay, well, I'll
Yep.
pay it.
How often do you pull out the previous month's bill and look at the new bill and go, am I still being charged 33 cents per kilowatt hour?
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
I look at this one
Yeah.
at most and go, oh, okay, that's the rate. The maths adds up. That times this many kilowatt hours, sure. But I don't know if my rate is meant to be 33 or 86 or 12.
But no one knows what charges they have on their bill. Like working at Telstra, and people coming with bill payments, they have no idea what they're paying for.
Yeah.
There's Apple Music subscription. I always have to ask, you know, you using this? Never even had an Apple product. I'm like, wow, okay. So you're being charged $12 a month for 4 years.
Yeah.
Did you know about it? They had no idea.
What would be really interesting for coming from like a software perspective, like one thing you like to do is like take large swaths of data and just then make nice looking graphs out of them. And so you can say, if you have enough users from all around the world and all the services they're connected up to, now you can start seeing trends. Okay, people in this country use this service a lot more, people in this country use this service a lot more, and you've got that all kind of aggregated in one place, and you can also kind of see what's competing against what.
I think that's that next step up from the social element.
Yeah.
Is now it's anonymized probably because you don't want someone on the other side of the world knowing how much you specifically pay. But someone with this company in the similar locale, same number of people in the house, you could probably have anonymous stats of just like there's this family, they've got the same usage profile as you, but their bill comes out $50 a month cheaper. And then you can compare the data points. All right, well, maybe it's the times of day that they're using things. I don't know how specific you can make
The peak and off-peak times.
and the kinds of rates they're getting. But I think there's a lot of room within that one. And there you go. There's one free idea for a sick app to analyze your bills.